Okay, so let's just create a database using Microsoft Access. So first I'm going to open the Access, Microsoft Access. Okay, and then there are many different templates that are already created by Microsoft Access, but I'm going to use a blank database. So I'm going to click blank database. Okay, and then you see that by default you will see the first table. I highly recommend that you first use the something called, let's say when you choose a table one, and then if you right click, then you can see a design view, or you can choose this table here and then right click, then you can also design view. So basically the screen that right now you see, this is called data sheet view. So you are right now looking at the data view sheet, data view, it's called what? Data sheet view, right? But what we really need is first start with the design view, not the data sheet. Data sheet view is only when you really need to enter the actual data, then you should use a data sheet view. But first, what we have to do is first create 4 different attributes, or the columns for the student table, right? So I'm going to use a design view. And when I click design view, they're going to ask you to create the table name. So I'll say student, right? So, and then for the field name, the first field name is student ID, right? And then the data type, because student ID is starting with S100, S200, etc. So it's not a number, it's not a date or time. It should be either long or short text. I'm going to choose a short text because S100 is only, 4 letters. So it's not a long text, it's a short text. And then, and by default, this is chosen as the primary key. Okay. And then next one, name, student name. The name, I'll just, the name you supply is a reserved word. Reserved words have a specific meaning to the Microsoft Access or to the Microsoft Access database engine. So if you reuse a reserved word, you may receive an error when referring to this field. Basically, they are saying that please don't use a name because it's already reserved by Microsoft Access. So I'll say OK. So I'm not going to use a name. Instead, I'll just change a little bit. I'll say student name instead. Okay. So yes, long and short text. I'll use the short text. Because if you look at the previous example, the name is Al, Kevin, Kate, Bill, Jessica, right? So it's pretty much a short name, the name. So, and then for the department, and it's obviously, it's not a number, so I'm going to use a short text. And then professor ID is also a short text, right? It's not a number, it's not a currency, right? It's not a Boolean, yes or no. So it's the professor ID. I'm going to choose a short text. Okay, now, this is example. So if you want to choose department attribute, department column as your primary key field, then you can right click and then choose primary key, then it change, right? So department is the primary key, but obviously it's not a good idea, right? Because department can have many duplicates. So just go back to previous case. So I'll choose student ID. Obviously, student ID is the best candidate, right, for the primary key. So primary key, right? Good. So I'm done. Now you create all the field, all the columns, right? So go back to database, data sheet view, or you can click here and then you can choose, you can just choose design, this is design view. There's no way you can choose the data sheet view. Okay, so fine. Just click this table and then I'm going to go back to data sheet view. So you must save the table. Yes, I'm going to save the table. And then now I can enter this actual data, right, in the data sheet view, right? Student ID S100, name is what, L, department code is CIS, computer information systems, professor ID is P100. The next S200 and student name is Kevin and department code is ACC, accounting, professor ID is P200, right? And then S300, so Kate, and then CIS P100, S400, student name is Bill, so department code is what? Finance, FIN. By the way, accounting, I said is ACC is accounting, right? Finance P300 and S500. Student name is what? Jessica. And department code is marketing, MKT. And professor ID is 400. Okay. So I'm done. I'm done creating the first table, right? First table called student. Okay. In the next lectures, my next video, I'm going to show you how to create another table, right? Called professor. Okay. So let me stop recording my lecture.